Hi, welcome to MVB TV.
Mhm.
Today I'm going to be the host and I'll be asking the question. Your host today is George and my guest.
I'm Malini, guys. Hi.
Okay, so this is a question for the community, and someone asked this question. The question is, what will you do if your significant other, or let me make it simple, what will you do if your boyfriend or your girlfriend is traveling abroad?
Well, there are questions to look at here. So this one, we're not talking marriage, right? You're talking boyfriend, girlfriend.
It's more like you. So let me. I know I put boyfriend girlfriend, but
Yeah, because
it's
like
more
it's
like
different for different
you
people.
are dating yourself. You are
Mhm.
seeing yourself, right?
Mhm.
So what will you do when the person that you are dating, like you are studying to get married,
Mhm.
one of you, either the guy is traveling because of like an opportunity, or the girl is traveling out of the country because of an opportunity? What will
Mhm.
you do?
Well, I mean, you have to look at the history of the relationship. I think. So why am I saying history of the relationship? Like when you started it, and you were trying to get to know each other, was troubling in the conversation? Was it in the works?
That's
Or
good.
you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because let's say you start dating someone and you know very well that your intentions is to go and reside and live in another country. So I think those intentions have to be made clear
Okay. Yes.
in the
Yes.
initial courtship or process of getting to know a person. So if you withhold that information and then now you come and tell me later, oh, I've been planning this all this time, now the opportunity has come, I'm going. My friend, it's over. Like I'm moving on because you were planning your life without me in mind. Let me put it that way. Because if you're together and you see the person as they are part of your future, you include them in whatever decision you
That's
make.
right. Yes.
So like to me, if a guy did that to me, oh, it's over. We are jumping on the next bus. Thank God I'm married now. But if it was then, yeah, I would definitely move on.
Wow, that's serious.
Yeah. So
So
in
you
that
you you
context.
you put away, let's say,
Hmm.
all the memories, all the times you have put together,
Well,
all the effort you have put into the
memories
relationship.
don't matter if like I'm not in your future. It's like a slideshow.
I get your point,
Because if
which
you're
is
not
which is fine.
considering me as part of your future, why am I supposed to put my whole life? And because you're going to go and move, right? Like when you move, hopefully, maybe, let's say, for example, yeah, and this happens a lot with African guys. Let me put it that way. I don't know about the other, like with African guys, they know they want to go to greener
It's either with
pastures
the guys or the girls.
or the girls. Like, okay, I'm just saying, like, so let's be realistic.
Yeah,
When you travel to a better place, you're going to meet a different caliber of people that are also going
absolutely.
to draw your attention because your goal is kind of like into this, you want to be in this kind of movement and growth frame
I don't
sometimes,
think it's always in that
most of the time.
in that,
Mm.
because I have friends that traveled and went back
Well, I mean, it's not, it's,
and stuff.
yeah, that's why I'm like, it depends on the way your
That
relationship
that is why I did it,
is.
and I agree with
And if
what.
the person knew and that it was part of the plan in the initially
it's
to say,
it's
oh, you go,
it's not
I'll
always
wait for
part of it's not
you,
always part of the
yeah,
plan
then you
though.
stay.
I don't think it's always part of the plan,
Uh-huh.
right? You know,
Oh, but
sometimes.
some people premeditate and like plan it. They just don't tell you. You're just being strung along. Let's be realistic. And guys are good at it too. And girls.
So I think in that instance, right,
Yeah.
then the relationship, or the phase of that
Mhm.
relationship, the communication was a bit
Yeah,
low,
and that's what I'm saying.
right?
Yeah.
And the reason I didn't really catch you off, I didn't really,
Mhm.
I agree with you to your point, was you said if the the
The
person
person knew.
traveling,
Mhm.
right, knew he or she was going to travel
Uh
along the
huh.
way,
They
but
just didn't tell
didn't
you.
relay the
They
information to
just
you.
waited like, oh, now they got their visa. I'm gone, baby, next week.
And that is what. But before we change it, this is like the next
Mhm.
thing. The person didn't relay the information to you,
Okay.
right? But here is the case: the opportunity has come.
Mhm.
The person is traveling, but the person is not saying, "I'm traveling and it's over.
Mhm.
I want us to continue." So what are you going to, are you still going to say because he's traveling, so that is it, or
Well,
you have a
that's why
different
I
chain
said
of
it
mind?
has to be what's the context of your relationship. So let's say this opportunity comes up, because it will happen even when you get married.
Yes.
Opportunities will come up, and one person has to bend at
Yeah.
some point, and it's painful. It's not that great,
I agree.
right? So in this case, if the person is guaranteeing you, which you hope they continue to guarantee you, because right now you're just going by their word, so to say. Uh, you could agree to it, right? But when the person leaves and goes, their actions are going to determine whether or not this relationship is going to stay. And normally, if a person, let's say, they move and go somewhere, they become distant, they start acting up and that kind of thing, you just know your relationship has changed. So in that instance, would you want to hold on to that kind of person and torture yourself? No. There might be somebody that actually really likes you, and you might miss out on that because you're waiting for a boga that has gone across the oceans to a fertile ground or fertile land, and it's probably fertilizing other soil. No. At that point, you move on. I mean, it's painful because you've invested so much time. So it's all about looking at the relationship. But if the person, the person is reliable, the trajectory of your relationship has shown that they are a responsible person, they are trustworthy, they do what they are supposed to do, what they say is what they do, you trust their word. So with that kind of person, you can build a future.
Yeah.
And you frame your future. So the only thing is, like, you asking yourself, do you want to do a long distance relationship? For me, I'm like, no, it's not for me. But for other people, it works and they are perfectly happy. Like, they're okay with seeing each other occasionally, and skyping, texting. I don't know what people do now, facegramming, I don't know, Facebook gramming or Instagramming and WhatsApping or whatever the case is. With all this AI technology and apps, there's so much you can do. So if that works for you and you're able to keep it thriving and you're not being tempted left and right, then yes. But if you leave somebody and say, "Oh, I'm coming for you," but you're busy shagging other waters and swimming in rivers you're not supposed to swim, my friend, you deserve to be exed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think from what I'm getting at,
Yeah.
it's more like, don't wait. Just keep on with your life.
Well, I mean, how long are you gonna wait? Like, the thing is, that's what I'm saying. The communication has to be very clear, because sometimes some people keep you waiting. They know they're not coming back.
So that is a fact.
Yeah. So
that,
you have
that,
to look
that
at.
is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
But I I think from stories that I've heard, right, where the person that traveled genuinely
Mm-hmm.
wants to really go back to that relationship, but life as it stands where
It's
they
hard.
are,
Yeah.
it's not really okay for them.
And that's
Right.
fine. Relate it to the person.
Okay, so
Tell them, I'm
let-
broke. I
let-
don't have a job. Things are not going well. They're chasing me. Let the person know. If the person loves you, they will wait
so
properly.
I get
Yeah,
I
you're not
get I get all of
blindsiding
these
them,
things,
yeah.
right? But most people,
Mm-hmm.
right, uh, from 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 most of the
From
African
experiences.
most of the African nations,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is hard, but let's
No,
go.
just say
So
it.
most people from most of the African nations, right, have most people, like, in
Yeah.
quote, have the notion that when
You
you
travel.
travel, everything is
It's
good.
all
Like
good.
like you are in heaven. There's nothing
They're lying.
nothing different, nothing stopping you. Everything is okay.
It takes
Right.
time to
So
build yourself too.
some way,
sometimes.
somehow, like I said, these are people's story.
Mm-hmm.
People personally, like,
We are all from
is it-
Africa. We are still
yeah,
trying to build every day.
people personally telling, okay, this is like the goal. This is what I wanted to do. This is the relationship that I was in. But
Mhm.
when you traveled, and it takes time to
It takes
establish.
time, yeah.
And let me put it this way: people's journeys are different.
Sometimes
You know.
you stumble into
Yeah,
blessings
yeah,
right
exactly.
away. Yeah.
And then if you come and your family already established here, it's
Mhm.
faster and quicker for you to pick up.
Sometimes.
But for the
Not all
most
the
part,
time.
for
Yeah.
the most part. But if you are coming as the first generation to start
The
everything,
paver.
it takes years, it takes long, it takes a lot of years and hard work.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it just depends on your learning capacity also.
That's true.
So whether or not your family is established or not, growth is individual. So each person learns differently. Each person is able to grow differently. Some people acquire things faster than others.
That's true.
So I don't think you should just look at a person and say, oh, because they came from a wealthy family, then automatically they're set.
Oh, not from a wealthy family. Like I'm talking about, say, if
Mhm.
I'm coming here, right,
Mhm.
and my parents were already here
Mhm.
established, the probability of me picking up faster if I have that mindset I want
If
to
you
be,
want to learn, yeah.
if I
If you
want to,
want to.
it's
It's
going
better.
to be faster and quicker compared to I came, it's nobody.
There's nobody to
I'm
learn.
starting
yeah,
all
from.
over, right? That is like a
Mhm.
completely different scenario. So, and
But
like
even
what I'm
with
trying,
that,
what I'm
life
trying to say,
happens
what I'm trying to
sometimes.
say is like, most people they relay this information to like the partners that they left back home.
Okay.
But because of that notion that when you travel to
We're set for life.
some of these countries, everything is okay. So that
Mhm.
you are voicing your heart out,
Mhm.
but it's not really getting the soil that it needs to grow.
The way I look at that situation, right?
Right.
I look at it as like marriage.
Uh-huh.
Because you have committed your life to this person even before you actually said I do.
Okay.
It's actually like marriage, basically.
Okay.
Like the whole scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, when you're married to a person, you don't really know if you're going to make it or not. But the thing is, you have decided that, okay, come hell or high water, we go do this. We go die here, or we go swim here, or we go survive here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. It's you have put yourself in that situation with the person that is going abroad. So like you saying, okay, I'm going to wait for you. It's like a person that has tied themselves to a married person. Like, you know, that is tied in marriage.
Yeah.
Because now you have given them your word, so that person is waiting on you. You are their now number one option. So in that, because they want to keep the relationship good and secure, you're basically married to the person, just you haven't done the paperwork and stuff. Because every decision they're going to make, they're waiting for you. So even if another guy comes to them, or if you're a man, another woman comes to you, they're not going to entertain that person because you are the number one person that they're waiting for. So whether you make it or you don't make it, their expectation is you're coming back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you know you're not coming back to that person, because or it doesn't look like you're coming back to them, at least do them the I don't know, just do the noble thing and tell them. If they choose to wait for you, that's great. But if you know things are really not working, you don't see wiggle room or whatnot, I give that person the opportunity to either say, okay, I'll wait with you, or not.
Cool. So I get it. So there was the reason why this question come up
Mhm.
is, say you are in a relationship, right, and the other one like dating whatever, and the other one is about to travel out of the country.
Mhm.
Some of the things that, like I said, I have heard, I've listened is
Okay.
is get the person pregnant, and then
Oh no, that's
and
horrible.
and that is why I asked, like, what will you do, because people are in these
There are
situations.
baby daddies that are not taking care of their children.
So
baby
the whole
mamas
point
that
is
are
it's like,
struggling. So why would you want to do that to someone else's
I
child?
know, as should I say
To
crazy,
lock them in?
as crazy, or what, how is it, especially like
I've heard it,
if
yeah.
it's a lady traveling out of the country, like, the guys always want to find
To
a way
impregnate them.
and then so that at least they have something to bond them together, right? That's why I was like, the question is like, but I know you have taken it from different
But you guys
angles.
get married and then you're just bonded, you suffer for life together. Or
And some people will do that. Some
reign
people,
together.
some people
Yeah, people
too
do it.
get married,
Yeah.
and then within a short period of time, they will leave the country.
Yeah, other people do. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's dependent on your relationship.
So it's like, okay, so this is a story. It's like a story that someone shared.
You like stories.
Yeah, it's a story that somebody shared.
That's
like,
fine.
like
I want to hear.
So the girl was about to travel out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I asked, what do you do?
What
I know you are not in this
I'm speaking of what I would do. So
yeah.
Guys, don't misconstrue. It's just me.
So the girl got a school scholarship, like,
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to go to school, and then when she told the guy, like, this is the situation that I'm in, I got a scholarship, I got a school to go and further my education.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, knowing this opportunity, told the girl, let's get married. The girl was like, this is not the best opportunity, this is not the best time.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy was insistent
Okay.
And then
Oh, he had an agenda. It's not like he really wanted to marry her.
this is the lady selling the story.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say they have an agenda.
Just say it as
Right.
it is.
So they got married. The lady traveled. I think they got married a month after. Then the lady traveled
Mhm.
out of the country. The lady went away. I don't want to mention the countries and all of that. Is in school now, right? 6 months after,
She realized
she's
it's
still
pregnant.
she's not pregnant, but she's
Okay.
still trying to find ways and means to stay in the country because like school you can't really work much,
Mhm.
right? So money is an issue.
It's
like
tight. She can go back.
exactly right.
Okay.
And here is the case: the husband back home is asking for money, like that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people think when you
Mhm.
travel out of the country, everything is that you have the money. So the husband
Mhm.
is asking, "Can you send me this? Can you send me that? Can you
But
send?"
tell him the situation.
And she has.
So
That's what I'm saying. Like
he understands.
I know I didn't give you the full story to
Okay.
it, but she has.
Okay.
Like the lady, it's not
Has
like she's
informed
not.
you.
She's telling, I'm in school. Money is not like there
Mhm.
because I can barely even go to work because I'm
Mhm.
just choked with my classes.
But is he not looking for a job, working? What's going on?
She's working.
No,
but
the guy himself.
So the guy works, and the best part is
So
the
why
guy,
is he asking the girl for money?
because he said the money's not enough, and he took a loan for their wedding before the girl.
That's not her fault
and
because he planned it.
So
It's
that
supposed
is
to take
why.
responsibility.
So that is why the question was like, what will you do if your partner or like your significant other
Mhm.
is living out of the country, no matter the situation, whether for school, whether for a better life, whatever it is, like what will you do? And at least you,
Yeah.
it just sum
I mean,
it up, and then
don't
we
look
can
at them
end
as
it.
your ticket way out. That's
Okay.
horrible. If you're going to be with the person, be because you love them and you actually want to build a life with them. You don't select a person because they're going abroad. That is not going to maintain you. Because even if they bring you to that abroad place where you are, if you don't have a good relationship, you're going to break up. And we hear that a lot of stories like that happening here where somebody wanted to get locked to someone just because they're going overseas and they also want to come over there and they realize they really don't have anything in common. So I would say pick a person because you want to be their friend. And because after it's all said and done, sometimes all you can be is friends. So if you don't even have that as a glue, they are greener pastures that will weed you out. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah. I know you took it in different angles. So
Yeah.
in summary, this is just your own
Mhm.
personal
my own
advice. Like what will you do if you are the lady and then your significant other is having an opportunity to leave the country? What will you do? Just to sum it up, and then we can conclude.
If my significant other is getting an opportunity to go abroad and we are not married yet, I would not enter that marriage. I would rather he goes and we keep in touch and decide if this relationship can proceed for further. Because once he's in a different environment and I'm in a different environment, you're experiencing different things. So as we are human beings, our minds change, our desires tend to change. So I would say, don't marry the person yet. Just let them go. Let them figure out if it's you they really want. And then when it's you they want, you can plan and figure out how you can merge together. But don't lock yourself in a future that is so uncertain. You will be miserable.
Okay.
Some of you can be aged out
That's
to an
true.
old lady or like an old lady or old man waiting for someone that is never coming back. It's unfortunate, but
that's true.
that is the reality of
That's
life.
true.
So if it was my daughter, I would tell her, don't do it. I'll probably be like one of those African mothers. My child, don't do it. Let me find you. I'll find you a suitor. Yeah, but don't do it. I think like you're setting yourself up for a lot of months and days of years maybe of tears and sorrow. So date the person, like let them go and date each other and see, can this relationship survive? First the distance, and secondly when that person has grown and also evolved and acquired these things that they want, do you still fit in their picture?
Okay. Thank you. I really
I hope someone.
No. I like the way you
Yeah.
took each part of the question and answered it, which is fine. So, dear sister, dear brother, whoever is in this situation or find themselves in
It's
that
hard, yeah.
situation,
Mm-hmm.
as painful as it is, it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
But when these situations are presented to you, just understand that you have a choice to make.
Yeah.
And any decision, any choice that you make, you are going to have to face the consequences. But the key thing is to be able to sit down, talk, and know where both of you are in terms of your relationship and what you both want, so that you can make the right choice and be happy at the end of it all.
Yeah.
Thank you once more for always being with us. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. And we are grateful for each one of you. I want to give a shout out to one comment that came in that was really strong. It's like about 5 questions in one. To give a shout out to Don,
Yeah.
Minerve,
Minerve,
and 2295.
The number is long at the end.
Yeah,
but you know yourself.
Yes, thank you for the questions.
You.
We really appreciate you.
And we'll address it very soon.
Exactly. So keep bringing your questions, keep bringing your stories, and we will bring it out and share our insights on them.
So before you go, can you tell them what that was about so that they can look up for the answers to that specific question?
Oh, that was about the Christian women are Christian women limited in options in terms of relationship. So are Christian women limited in terms of relationship, like options. So you can check that one and check the video. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe, and let's grow this community together. Bye bye.
We appreciate you guys. Bye.
Bye.